this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your daily horoscope and energy reading for May 16th. That's Saturday. And today's a really interesting day. I've been dreading talking about the end of the month because it just seems like the whole end of the month is going to be like, you've got this to overcome and you've got this to deal with. I can't say enough that through opposition is how we really grow in life. And so I look at these days of opposition as actually days of high energy, because I want my life to get better. And the only way that it gets better is by experiencing some sort of opposition for me to push me in a direction to say, I want that part better. Oh, I'm experiencing opposition over there. I want that part better. So that's what I want you to really embrace when I talk about opposition. Today, your sun is going to be squaring Jupiter in Leo. Now, the sun in Taurus energy is a highly sensitive sun. So if it's squaring it, it means that there's just an opposition that's going on that's in your ego. Because Leo energy is self-core kind of ego stuff. And then you've got, not as much as Aries, but it's definitely like the core of who you are. This isn't something that's going on with others. This is something that's going on with inside yourself. This is something that you are struggling with, that you know that you have a problem with, that if you don't overcome it, you know that you're not going to get that expansive opportunity that Jupiter is looming over, saying, if you just choose this, you can be happy, but you're having doubts. You don't, that situation was never stable. It's something that may have caused problems in your past. And so, understand we're all going through a lot of 12th house work. We're all weathering a storm right now. We had to run out to battle starting on the 14th. And, we're withered. We're tired. Can we do it? Can we beat this? This storm was much harder than the first part of the storm. The way that hurricanes work is that, the first part of the hurricane, it's a hardcore storm. And then you go through the eye and you're like, oh my God, I'm finally done with the storm. And then you get the back part of the storm, and that's the harder storm. This is the harder part of your storm. Okay? Right now, you're a butterfly turning in but you're in your cocoon. You're turning into a butterfly. But you're not there yet. Something is endangering your cocoon, your security, your stability. And you're trying to figure out what that is and how to overcome it. But there's a little demon inside of all of us that gives us self-doubt. That we can't endure the storm, that we can't make it through this self-doubt that we have. It's programming within us that tells us that we can't make it, that we can't get ahead. It's not anybody else. Everybody else sees you as strong and you've achieved so much over the last few years. And that, there's so much that you have to give the world. People are recognizing it. Opportunities are coming your way. Life is starting, but there's this voice inside your head that says, I can't do it. I don't think I can give, that person, what they want, or I don't think that I can love like that again, or I don't think that I can go out and venture out on my own and create my own stability because I've made so many bad decisions in the past. I don't know if I can do it again. You can. You can. It's just energy. It's just doubt. It's just programming, but you can. You are the only person that can change your programming. You are. It's a daily struggle. It's a daily battle. You have to get up every day and say, I'm going to overcome today. I'm going to be better for it. There's going to be opposition, but once I achieve that goal of jumping or hurdling over that opposition, that's just another day that I have under my belt to say that I did it. I made it. Okay? Don't let the storm drag you into your 12th house and make you go into poor coping methods. Today is going to want to make you want to do that. You know, it's a breakthrough day because maybe you won't. Maybe you know your pattern and maybe you see it for what it is, and maybe you're like, I'm done doing that. I'm done self-sabotaging myself. You know, I deserve more than this freaking prison that I have myself in. That's what today is going to be about. It's a magical day. If you can see it for what it is, if you get caught in the low vibration of it, yeah, you're going to succumb and you're going to have a really crappy day. But if you look at today as like, okay, I've got this opposition, I've got all of this stuff going on, I don't know how I'm going to just achieve my goal, but I know that I can, but I don't know where all of this energy is coming from that I know that I can. It's the energy in the universe supporting you, telling you you can. It's why I'm here, and it makes me tell you that you can, because I know you can. Even though your sun is being pulled by Saturn, you're sitting in Saturn's classroom right now. And it's saying, look, you have this weakness in your soul. You have something that is pulling you back. You know, Venus in Cancer is opposing Neptune in Capricorn. Something is pulling on your personal power from you having ultimate happiness, both financially and both in love, in partnerships. And you're a slave to this thing in your past. And, you know, you have your armor on, you have all your weapons locked and loaded, you're out there, you're fighting this fierce battle, but self-doubt is starting to kick in. And you're starting to think that you can't do it. And you can. The reason I say this is because your moon in Taurus is going to quincunx Saturn today. Okay? When your moon is in Taurus, it's a very sensitive moon. It's a moon that just desires safety and security. It likes all of its five senses like activated. It likes to eat well. It likes to drink well. You know, have a good time drinking. I mean, it just likes the finer things in life. But when it's quincunxing Saturn, Saturn says, no, you don't get those fine things. You don't get those good experiences. You know what? You don't get to come to your sensitivities right now. You've got a battle to do. You've got to fight for your soul. You've got to fight for your happiness. That's what it's saying to you right now. This month is about overcoming your past. It's about rewiring yourself. You had a lot of really bad experiences. You know, since 2007, you guys have been in a war against every aspect of your life, financial, with others, with security, with your foundation, with your inner turmoil, with your emotional well-being. I mean, you've been rocked to just about every vulnerable state that you possibly can. And so this is about overcoming. May's an overcoming your past. And even though in the forecast I made it sound like all this stuff is bombarding you, it is because you're like becoming a butterfly. But you got to weather the storm first. You've got to endure the elements. You've got to have maybe that bird that's circling around that knows it's like you're in a cocoon and could just, get in there and pick apart your cocoon and eat it. You're vulnerable right now, and that's okay. Through states of vulnerability is when we accept spirit, when we accept astrology, when we accept guides to help us guide us through these storms. I mean, if we didn't have these oppositions in our life, we would never seek a higher purpose. And so that's what today is about. Mars in Gemini is going to be opposing Saturn. Again, there's so much pull to your past right now. There's a slave quite frankly, Mars in Gemini, Venus in Cancer, and the Sun in Taurus are all sitting in the same classroom. Think about what those planets represent. Mars is your passion. It's in Gemini. That's how you communicate. Venus is the planet that rules love and money. It's in sensitive, sweet Cancer. That is just this vulnerable little energy that likes to stay in its shell. It's a nurturing energy. It's the mother in you. It's the feminine energy in you. And then you've got the Sun, which is the masculine energy in you, and it's your ego is in Taurus. And your possessions, how you value yourself, all sitting in Saturn's classroom, saying, you know what? You need to do your life different. You guys, they're all getting the same crash course. And you know what? These are powerful energies. This is ego. This is the ego dying here. This is the ego manifesting a new life and a new way of thinking and a new identity. And you know what? It's unsettling. But it's a beautiful day. This is an opposition. These aren't squares and these aren't quincunxes. These are oppositions. When you have energy in opposition, it means that there are two energies like this. There's a line in between, and they want to be in the middle. Both of these energies really just want to meet here. They don't want to be here. But defense mechanisms, lower vibrations make them here and stand their ground. But high vibration and energy makes them want to go like this and say, okay, let's have a conversation about how do we meet in the middle? Like, I care enough about the situation to let go of my ego ties on it. Let go of the need to make this about, being a person that is ego based. It's about goodwill toward all. It's about doing the right thing. It's about all of the things that count in life. That's what today's about. I call this a breakthrough day because it's a beautiful day full of opposition. But through opposition, through sitting in Saturn's classroom about your past, you are going to find much is going to be revealed to you. One final piece of information I want to talk about is, Mars and Gemini are both going to be in Gemini, are going to be squaring, or Mars and Mercury, are going to be in Gemini. So Geminis are getting a crash course on ego. I got to say. And they're sitting in Saturn's classroom and they're getting their hands slapped for past issues, karmic issues. I mean, I really believe that there's a lot of stuff that is going on with Geminis. They're the butterflies. I think they're going to turn into the most beautiful butterflies after this. They're going to be like the monarchs. Those are my favorite butterflies. They're not going to be like the little mothy looking butterflies. They're going to be the ones with all of the prettiest colors after this is done. Mercury in Gemini is going to be quincunxing Pluto. This is about losing your personal power through a conversation you have. This is about something being revealed to you that strikes home, that gets deep. This is about when Saturn's in that classroom and it's really telling you, well, you do this and this and this wrong. You believe it. You know that you're the problem. It's a day of wonderful opposition, and it's a day that you're going to grow, and you're getting really close to being that beautiful monarch butterfly Geminis, because you guys are, Geminis are all doing a lot of 12th house work right now. Taurus is really, really flourishing right now. There's a lot of past things they did that they may not have been ideal in, that their sun is regenerating in. This energy to me says that, there's much to be found in opposition. There's much strength to be found. Enjoy these beautiful experiences for what they are. You are manifesting, and you're just manifesting a much brighter future than you could ever possibly have imagined. If you were to look back in your past, you never thought you would be here. And you're not going to even begin to understand what your future is if you never thought you would be here to begin with. You have no idea what's in store for you, but it's beautiful. I see a monarch butterfly. I see the most beautiful butterfly out there. So I hope you enjoy today. stay in the high vibration, sit in Saturn's classroom, and just study with Saturn. You know, you've got a good team in there. They're all going through the same lesson. Just look at them and say, hey, well, you know, I guess they're all getting the same lesson I am, so I can be that bad. You know, all the energies are saying that to each other. They're like, maybe Mars is the one that's the most difficult in there. It's like, I shouldn't even be in the classroom because I'm Mars. But thank you so much for watching my daily horoscope, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.